Have you ever asked yourself which one of the GH6's audio input options you should select? Well, I haven't, because I know which one to pick. And I'm going to explain what they are and when to use which. Let's talk about it. If you're new here, I'm Sebastian and welcome to the channel. There's lots of Lumix content and other video and audio related tutorials and gear reviews on my channel. So if that interests you, consider hitting the subscribe button. So the newer Lumix cameras, I believe from the GH6 onwards, have the option to set the 3.5mm mic input to 3 different settings. And they're there for a reason. And it's very useful to know what they are and when you should use which, as will become clear in this video. If we go into the menu, the camera icon, and then scroll down to the second microphone icon, we can see 3 options. The first option in this menu is mic with a little plug icon. So let's talk about what this means and when to use it. This first option means that the 3.5mm microphone input will supply what's called plug-in power to the connected microphone. This is typically around 3 volts. This Deity microphone doesn't have an internal battery, so it does need this plug-in power as it is a condenser microphone. 3-volt plug-in power is pretty much the default or even the only option on most mirrorless cameras with a 3.5mm mic input. A quick word from this video's sponsor, OBSBOT. Speaking of 3.5mm mic inputs, the camera that I'm about to show you also has a 3.5mm mic input, which I'm using right now with a wireless receiver connected to my OBSBOT Tail Air. The OBSBOT Tail Air is a very clever little pan-tilt zoom camera that's packed with features, and they keep improving and adding functionality to it. If you need direct live streaming, AI, human, animal, and object tracking with a 2-axis gimbal, internal recording, gesture control, the Tail Air has got it all. It's your personal camera operator. You can use gestures to activate tracking, zoom in or out, and start or stop recording. And you can select your framing with the AI Director's Grid. For even more motion control, there's the smart remote controller that even allows you to let the Tail Air mimic the movement of your hand. You connect the Tail Air however you want, via HDMI, USB-C, or via Wi-Fi to your phone or tablet and start live streaming to your favorite platform directly from within the OBSBOT Start app. And if you just want to use it as a standalone camera, the Tail Air's got you covered as well with its internal recording capability to a microSD card up to 512 gigabytes in size, enough for hours and hours of recording. But where the Tail Air really stands out from the crowd is with its NDI compatibility, wired or wireless. NDI ensures a low latency video and audio connection over IP, and with the Ethernet adapter, it can be powered over Ethernet as well. Multicam live streaming is a breeze with the OBSBOT Tail Air, and there's some exciting things coming within the next few months, like the OBSBOT Talent. I'll have my hands on it soon. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out and use this code for a 10% discount. Big thanks to OBSBOT for sponsoring this video. Next up is mic. This is similar to the first one, except it doesn't supply plug-in power. So when should we use this option? This is for use with condenser microphones that have their own battery, like this Sennheiser MKE600. This microphone needs phantom power, which is different from plug-in power, as phantom power is typically 48 volts, as opposed to the 3-volt plug-in power, and cannot be supplied by the camera. That's why it has its own battery. There are condenser shotgun microphones with and without a battery, and that's an important spec to look at when you're picking your microphone. If it doesn't have a battery, but does need 48-volt phantom power, it's not going to work with the camera unless you use the XLR1 adapter. This adapter can supply 48-volt phantom power. Lastly, there's the line input. I think for many people this is the least understood option, but it's very useful that it's there and to know when to use it. Let me first explain what line level is or does and what the difference is with mic level. When the camera is set to mic level, the camera is using its built-in preamps to amplify the signal coming from the microphone. Amplification is necessary with any microphone, and cameras with a microphone or microphone input therefore have preamps, hence mic level. Now, line level, on the other hand, is there for signals that are already amplified before they reach the camera. Simply put, line level bypasses the camera's preamps or uses a lower gain circuit, and so it doesn't amplify the incoming signal, or just a little bit. So why is this useful, and when would we want to set it to line level? Well, the most common use case is when we record our audio to a separate device, like this Zoom H5 audio recorder. This recorder obviously has its own preamps and can record the audio from a connected microphone. This of course means that you'll have your good audio on a separate device, and you'll need to sync it with your video in post. But what if we want to have our good audio from the recorder also recorded by our camera? That's where line level comes in. I have my MKE600 connected to the Zoom H5. The Zoom H5 has a line output. We can connect a 3.5mm TRS cable to the line output of the recorder and into the mic input of the camera. The signal has already been amplified by the H5 and therefore doesn't need to be amplified by the camera. In fact, we really don't want it to be amplified again. I'll show you why. The camera is still set to mic level and is receiving a line level signal from the Zoom H5. As you can see, the signal is clipping pretty much all the time. And even if I would go in and drop the gain in the camera, it's still a pretty hot signal. This is because it's an already amplified signal coming in. Additionally, this can also introduce extra noise or hiss into the audio. If I now switch it to line level, where it bypasses the camera's preamps, you can see that we are getting a much lower signal. With the camera set to line level, we can get our good audio from our external recorder into our camera and record it along with the video. There are two main advantages to doing this. One is we don't have to sync our audio to the video in post, because it's already there. And the second advantage is that we can monitor our audio either from the recorders or from the camera's headphone output. I hope this video helped you understand how and when to use which setting for the mic input of your Lumix cameras. Drop a comment if you have any questions. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and maybe hit that notification bell, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.